Alright, hello YouTube. So this is gonna be my first video. We're gonna start off, looking at the AMC stock. I currently think this is gonna be probably world's biggest short squeeze. And following after that, I think, banks and hedges and all that are gonna start getting a breakdown on everything that's going on right now. With all this market manipulation going on and everything. The chart's looking fantastic. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna show you guys the chart. We're already up 8.19% for the day. Crazy return from this weekend, So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the chart. I already have it marked up. I've been eyeing this chart for a while. I haven't posted a YouTube video. I've been trying to figure out how to do that. So, essentially this channel is going to be to educate everyone to learn how to trade. I currently full-time trade. I do plan on going back to work. I got some plans moving out to Colorado and everything. So, trying to stack my paper before I move out there, start planning things out, So what this channel is going to be is essentially, things I invest in, businesses I start, how I started, what I do. This channel is going to be the breakdown of everything to entrepreneurship, investing, and whatnot. So, right now, we're going to look at AMC, right? Like I said, I've been eyeing this chart for a while. If you would like to learn more, please subscribe, like the video. Definitely want to get out there, and help people. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to make a change in people's lives and educate people what I didn't know when I was younger. I'm currently 24 years old, so I would like to educate people that are younger and maybe even people that are older that want to change their lives and eventually get to financial freedom, right? So, AMC right now, right? 18.5% now, right? We're going to go back to this chart. Alright, so like I said, I've been eyeing this chart for a while, right? So, as you'll notice, last week, we were very, was it last week? No, the week before last week, I believe we were very bullish. So, what did the chart do, right? So, essentially, let me delete this real quick. Or what did AMC do, rather be, Okay, so, over here, if you guys can notice, we got these equal highs, right? So, essentially, that's going to make a target zone, right? Equal highs. What does a common trader do? Is they trade off equal highs. Everyone's believing, triple top, it's going to sell off completely. I got a lot of people telling me right now, currently, that, this hit the double top that was already to the left. Now, this is a bigger time frame as well. So, it's a solid double top. And over here, it ended up forming a triple top. People were right. It sold off. Right? But what you'll notice, right, is these were literally identical, like, completely equal together, right? You have these identically equal together, and then this one came up here, formed that triple top, and what did the banks do? They drove the price up a little bit higher, probably stopped out people that had their stop losses here, right? Took them out of the market, right? What did they do after that? They drove the price down, right? So, over here I marked up, equal high zone. You just call it support resistance. I don't really use those terms because I don't trade like that, right? So, you have your, I believe it's resist. No, this is support. Okay, support line, right? So, obviously, it came down, right? I had a zone here. You'll see the mark. You'll see like why these lines are like there on a smaller time frame, right? But essentially what it did is it sold down in this zone, right? Now what we notice here is we do have an imbalance candle over here, right? So an imbalance candle is essentially a uncommon market movement. It's not regular market structure. So essentially it forms a target for the banks to want to drive the price down to continue going up, right? So we have this support level, right? So now we're going to break down the time frames. So as we break down these time frames, what we notice, why it rejected here, maybe didn't come down here, it could potentially still come down here, but I realistically think it's going to, just continue going up from here. Because, all these highs that it created, right, now we could extend this box all the way out here. We got a pool of money sitting here. Right, so over here, right, we either have the trader that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, right, just started, right? They're going to have their stop losses here, right? Right above this little zone, right? Right above these highs. It's going to be right on top of here. And what's going to happen is either they don't have stop losses, which essentially means, you know, if they're in a short position right now and the banks decide to drive it up, they're going to lose money on that. Banks are going to make money on those people, right? So, theoretically, you think about that, you think about it and it's like, okay, why wouldn't the banks want to go higher, right? We have a bunch of hedges shorting this, right? Obviously, we already know that they're going to have to buy back all these floating shares or fake shares, whatever you guys want to call them. They're going to have to buy that back. That's going to raise the price, right? But now, if you think about conceptually what a bank would want to do, right? Banks always want to make money. Banks want to take the most money out of the market, and everybody should know that, right? The key here is to think how a bank would trade and then be able to notice like what they would essentially do, right? So here, right, I broke it down on a smaller time frame. As you can see, right on the hourly, we have this little order block, right? And what did AMC do right off the order block? It rejected off it, right? Now, what's going to happen next? So there's two possibilities that could realistically see, right? First one being, right, we could go up. We could go up from here, fill this gap, right? Because gaps are usually another target zone that essentially eventually have to be killed or filled, whatever terminology you would rather use, right? So either we're gonna go here, we're gonna fill this gap, right? But now already over here, I see this candle, right? I'm already noticing it's the market went back up 50% to continue the sell down, right? So here's what can happen. It's either going to go up to this little zone here, come back down to this imbalance, right? Theoretically thinking. What would that allow the banks to do? That would allow the banks to, you know, enter on another buy position or another long position, right? So it's either going to go off another long position or, you know, they're going to send it up right now. Right? So either it's going like that or it's going to go up, right? So now what would happen if it goes up, right? It fills this zone and makes an imbalance over here, right? This is talking in the future, not like what's happening right now, obviously. Obviously right now it's buying, which is good news, right? So it's either going to break these highs, right? At this point, everyone's going to be shitting their pants, right? So another possibility, right? We have all the fear of missing out traders, right? What are they going to do? They're going to see it break these highs. Either they're going to panic buy, which is going to drive the price up even more, or the bank's going to clear this liquidity, you know, take everyone's money, right? They're going to clear it, drop it back down to test these highs, or even come back down to like maybe around here where it broke the highs, depending on what this movement looks like. Because if it's like a huge like imbalanced candle where it's just not regular market structure and it just completely flies up, that's already target zone for a bank to, you know, obviously sell it down, bring that price there, and then essentially probably buy off that. You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't see this going down any lower than, you know, realistically 1136, and that's even if it hits that point. Right? But this week, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say, like, we're going to be extremely bullish on this. Like, you know, with everything factoring up, you know, we got June 2nd, we got that share count coming up. You know, I you know, and, you know, I watched some videos, did some research on, like, past squeezes. You know, learned that, like, an average squeeze could last 12 days. You know, since last week, since they drove this price down, or started driving this price down, kind of been adding up like with the 12-day countdown to June 2nd, right? You know, today we're Monday, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? It started selling off, I believe, on Tuesday. Or let's see here. What is this? May 18th. Yep. So it started selling off on Tuesday. And with that, right, from Tuesday, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or from actually counting Tuesday, my bad, I happened to miscount that. But it's 12 days. You know, like I'm seeing 12 days. You know, the bank sold it down for a re-entry. You know, a lot of banks. You know, there's a lot of hedges that are buying this. You know, Chase, all that, whatnot. And like, you know, we have Citadel's shorting this. You know, Citadel's worth a lot of money, and their insurance policy covers up to what I believe $62 trillion. You know, after doing some math, watching a video, confirming the math as well. I'm not sure what the guy's channel is. You guys could go ahead and look that up. But like, is it possible for AMC to hit 500K? Mathematically speaking, yes. It's fucking possible, right? Like it could, you know, it could make it up there. Who knows what the hell it's gonna go to? All I know is it's gonna go up, right? Because after it breaks these highs, what you notice over here is we have another huge gap, right? So what I could realistically see is this price drive up all the way up to here, you know, who knows, maybe even by Friday, you know, and then come back down real quick, right? Because everyone who's holding the stock who doesn't believe that this is going to be a short squeeze, what's going to happen is they're going to see, you know, at whatever point they entered, they're going to see it go up to, what's this at, 1803. A lot of people are going to sell that. Now, thinking like a bank here, if you know that everyone will probably end up selling that stock at that certain point, that's going to drive the price down to here. You know, banks obviously going to sell it, make their money off that, use their fake shares. They'll have the time this week to do that, right? So bring it back down to here, and then from there, just completely fly, right? Just literally, like, who knows what the price point is? Like, at that point, like, as people say, is it could go to the moon. Right? So, either this thing's going to go up to the moon, you know, or not, you know, but, you know, statistically speaking, you know, with like everything all the banks are doing, everything that's going on within this situation here, I really think this is going to just fly. Like, I really, like, 500K, like I said, mathematically speaking, realistic. $1,000 to $10,000. Like, if 500K is realistic, mathematically speaking, I don't see why this can't drive up over $1,000. Because, you know, you look back at GME, the whole GameStop thing that happened, and essentially that was stopped, right? If there's no stop to this, I think banks are gonna lose a lot of money. You know, like, the banks, they're fucked. Like, there's no other way to put it. The banks are going to have to buy our shares at what we want to do, right? So, you know, as people call everyone holding AMC apes, you know, like, I recommend holding this. You know, do your own research. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, you know, but I see this, you know, completely taking off, right? Now we're going to look at GameStop. You know, what happened with GameStop, right? Why do I think this is going to happen? Right? If we go on monthly time frame, right, from the day, right, so initial buy all the way up, what are we on the monthly? My bad, we should go back to the daily, right? So we'll be able to count it out, right? So what happened, right? So the biggest peak, from the biggest peak, that's one day, Wick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So from that initial buy up, right, now we're going to look at the AMC stock. Another comparison as to, you know, why I think this is going to continue going up, right? It's another thing, right? AMC, now we're looking at AMC, right? If we were to pull up the dailies on the AMC, right? So what do we have here? Right, we had, what is this, June, this is the daily. Okay, so from this buy, right, from that buy, right, I believe that was 12 from this buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so from that initial buy, after it broke out and retested, right? Because if I were to mark this up right now again, right here, right? If you were to use your typical, not horizontal line, if you were to just use your typical, what's it called, like trend lines or everything, right? We could say it broke out there, right? So that makes AMC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, check that. We're gonna move that a little more. Okay, so let's say after it essentially broke out, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8. It's Monday. Think about it. This big buy candle here, just magically matching up with, this whole thing over here, right? Or looking pretty much essentially identical, right? Maybe the market was moving a little differently, but after that buy here, that was 12 days, right? So my bad, that's supposed to be like that. That was 12 days, right? We had those equal highs. The equal highs were broken, as you can see here. These equal highs were broken, right? 12 days from that big buy candle, right? What did it do? You zoom in, right? It bought, it came down to about 50%, which is why I'm thinking this could still potentially go down. But on the chart, this is looking like 50%. 50% is right here. But you got to keep in mind that order block was there as well, right? So the price is already rejecting, right? It's confirmations of the buy, right? We're at 315 right now, so I believe we're even higher as I'm recording this video, right? So now we got those 12 days. We got 7 days. We got 7 days till June 2nd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or counting today, 7 days until June 2nd, right? Or I can't count right now, can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, right. Obviously, right here. So it drove down. We're at this stage right here. This is the stage right now, right? That's the stage we're at. And it flew from there. And it came down, It came down, what was that? 19? What was the retracement on there? Because who knows? Maybe we'll get the retracement that we could, potentially get another buy entry, right? So 84% retracement, after it broke out and started moving, right? It went down $40. So essentially doubled up, right? So I'm thinking on AMC, if anything, at bare minimum, you'll double your money on this. At bare minimum. And that, possibility, you can never doubt anything. You never know what the market's going to do. But with everything adding up on AMC, this is seeming like exact same thing that's going to happen on that happened on GME, right? I see AMC going a lot higher because you think about it, right? GameStop squeeze. A lot of people bought in at $20 a share. AMC was $5 a share not too long ago. That's 4 times the amount. I think 4 times the amount of the squeeze is definitely possible. We went up to $485, so let's say $500. That makes $2,000 a share. That doesn't sound like shit, right? So, I'm excited to see how this plays out. Me and my roommate, we've been holding this shit like dogs, right? We don't give a fuck. We got our doubters, but we're gonna continue holding this bitch, right? Because it's what we fucking do. We see an opportunity, you fucking take it, right? But if you're not in on AMC right now, let's talk entries, right? Your potential entry is going to be the retest off 1450 once it breaks it. Once it breaks it and a candle closes above these highs and comes back down, I think that's probably the last entry, for anyone to buy anything. Like either you're in on this right now or you're not. And you know, and like I said earlier in the video, those fear of missing out traders, that's just all they're gonna have to drive up. You know, everyone's gonna see, oh, it broke 1450. It's fucking bullish. It's going. Like that's what they're gonna do. Like the key, man, the key to becoming someone else that you've never even dreamed of. Well, realistically, you know, you dream it, you create it in your mind, you manifest it, and you make it happen, right? That's what we do here, right? You know, so if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more future videos. You know, I'm trying to get to the point where I'll be daily live streaming, so, you know, I don't only trade stocks. I do options. Not only options, I'll trade crypto. You know, right now, I had a lot of people telling me that, you know, Bitcoin and everything is going to go over 60K. You know, me and my buddies been talking about it. No, that's coming down. I see it going lower. You know, if you want to learn more about that, obviously, you know, subscribe and like the video, you know, because that's what we're going to do here. You know, you want it. It's free education. Not only am I going to teach you, I'm going to, you know, record plays. You watch the video, you catch a play. You know, hopefully you watch the video when it's early enough to catch the play when it plays out, right? Like, possibilities, you know. I'm here to give people opportunity to teach people and, you know, just vibe out, you know, like have a good time. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys have a great day.